Boy Norbs, and this is the Bros Over Pros podcast. Mr. Mara makes comments on Joe Sheen and Brian Dable's job security, as well as the trade rumors that are looming over. And we all know what happened at the game, but we're going to get into briefly. Let's talk about it. Josh, Carlos, welcome. What's the word, my guys?
What's going on? What's going on? What up, fellas?
I see you got the second place team this year on the Yankees. Let's go Dodgers.
Speaking of a true man hater,
Me and Carlos gonna give our
we'll do that
our
then.
predictions on that series also a little bit later. So
I can tell you one quick prediction: Mets are not winning the World Series this year.
Your audio is really, really bad.
Is it?
Yeah. You sound like what the Yankees are about to look like in the final World Series.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, it's bad. You're gonna have to go out and come back into something. I don't know, take off whatever the hell you have.
it was sounding good before. Now it's not
Yeah, you gotta stop ordering stuff from Timo. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
JBL. Is that better?
Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. It's JBL, not JPL from Timo.
I said
Okay.
JBL. Check that headphones.
Nah, it's his internet. It's his internet.
JBL.
Yeah, Carlos, this shit sounds like shit.
It still sounds bad.
Yeah, it sounds bad, dude.
It probably
Let me see. Let me make sure it's you. Hold on.
Let me just take
Let
off.
me see. How the fuck do I? Hello?
Shit was just working fine, yo.
Yeah, I'm sure. Let's bring Carlos. Let's take him out. We can bring him back in. All right.
What about now?
Better.
Much better?
Yeah, I think it was the fact they had that Yankee bullshit on. But anyways, let's get into. I mean, I don't really want to talk about the fucking game. It's Friday. Most people know what happened. Saquon Barkley came, acted fake, ran for 176 yards. I don't want to break my record. I don't want to break my record. Go fuck yourself.
I thought that was very that's Saquon in a nutshell. That's exactly what the Giants missed, and that's exactly like who the Giants want on their team. A stand up guy, team first. Yo, let them young guys eat. I got this. I'm good.
Yeah, it sounds like
That is what the Giants are missing. A leader, a team first guy. The guy was great in the community, and this was the talk the whole week. How we let this guy go? How we let this guy go? He's a giant. He's a typical giant guy.
I'll tell you how we let him go. He wanted $14 million a year at running back at a position that pretty much is it's overdone. I mean, who pays a running back $14 million a year? San Francisco? Oh, guess what? McCaffrey has fucking tendonitis in his Achilles for the last year. Have you seen Christian McCaffrey? No. Listen, Derrick Henry's phenomenal. He's leading the league in rushing, but at the end of the day, running backs' lifespan is not what it is. I've been advocating for us to get rid of Saquon for a while. It's just relying on him and not being there. To me personally, was stupid to keep him on the team at a position that ideally just doesn't last, man. So, and I like Saquon as a person. I think he's dope. I don't think he handled the situation too good with the Giants, but now he's an Eagle, and I hate the Eagles. So to me, he can go fuck himself.
And Mara and John Mara's having a tough time sleeping because
the Eagles suck. The Eagles are not much better. I'm sorry to tell you that they're not much better.
They're not. They're really not.
I mean, what was their biggest issue? Jalen Hurts not playing. He's playing like shit. Their defense not really playing. I mean, they're one game better than us. They can have Saquon Barkley. Listen, let's keep it real. Since we're talking about the Giants as a team, and Mr. Mara made his comments about the state of the union of the Giants, and gave a vote of confidence to Brian Dabol and Joe Shane. If he was really, really upset about letting go of Saquon, that conversation would probably be going wrong. And let's answer it why. Why? PFF has rated the Giants the number one draft class in the entire league this year. Number one, guys. And guess who was in that draft? A running back, Tyron Tracy. Guess who was in that draft? A nickelback who's playing great. Drew Phillips. We got Tyler Nubin. We have Neighbors. Listen, guys, I get the whole overpaying, and I know people complain about, oh, we paid Daniel Jones over Barkley. It's not because we felt like Daniel Jones was the better player. It just happens to be the position. It happens to be the I mean, listen, a below average quarterback is going to get paid chances. Let's keep it like this. What's the guy's name we had? Tyrod Taylor got paid $9 million last year. That was more than what Saquon Barkley got paid. And he wasn't even a starter, but he was a quarterback. It just happens to be the position. However that balances out is insane. But backup quarterbacks get paid more than running backs. It is what it is. I mean, listen.
They say running backs are a dime a dozen. So
I mean, listen, you could look
but
up.
when you get a star,
Yeah.
you gotta hold on to him. Like he's more than a running back. He's a community guy. He's a team first guy. Like, you know, like he's gonna represent your organization the right way.
The highest paid starting running back over the last 15 years that won the Super Bowl. I want you to look that up for me. Go on your little Google thing and look that up for me. I want you to look. What was the last top end running back that we had that we paid all this money for that helped us win?
That when we won the Super Bowl or any team?
Yeah, any of the Super Bowls, any of them. I'll wait.
Can't think of anything.
Okay, I'll tell you our running backs. Brandon Jacobs and Ahmad Bradshaw.
Brandon Jacobs and Ahmad Bradshaw was our backs.
Okay, and how much do you think we were paying them? I'll wait. Isaiah Pacheco, how much do you think they're paying him?
The highest paid running back was in 2019.
How much was
wait, hold on.
I won a Super Bowl. I won the Super Bowl.
Leonard Fournette in 2020.
And how much was he making?
Leonard Fournette, $2 million.
Okay, I mean, you could keep going back to years. Not Adrian Peterson. You didn't mention not
2019 Chiefs $1,550,000.
I want you to keep going. I want you to keep going.
Sony Michel $480,000.
Keep going. I mean, we can keep going.
2017 LeGarrette Blunt $900,000.
Keep going.
2015 CJ Anderson $585,000.
I want you to keep going.
Break a mill.
2014 LeGarrette Blunt $730,000.
Keep going. I mean, Carlos, he's just adding to my argument. Keep going. We should have signed Saquon twice.
So far, nobody's broken.
Wait! I don't know how they got Percy Harvin as a running back here. They got Percy Harvin as a running back in 2013 for the Seahawks.
He was playing running back
$2.5 million.
And
then Ray Rice in 2012 for $2 million.
Guys, the running back position, as horrible as listen. When we drafted Saquon,
actually, Ahmad Bradshaw made $1.5 million when we won the Super Bowl in 11.
This is my point.
Nothing.
It's a position that I don't want to say it's overvalued, but why would you pay literally 10 times the amount for a position that you can find somebody as comparable? Listen, yes, Saquon Barkley is a star, whatever. He's great in the community, blah, 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 blah. But his numbers aren't that much different than what was Singletary was putting up at the beginning, right? Tyron Tracy, we're probably paying Tyron Tracy, let's say, of $400,000-$500,000, right? Guys, this is a position that these guys, I think the average lifespan is like 6 years. Look at Ezekiel Elliott. His legs are falling off. Look at all these, Christian McCaffrey. Jordan
Not everybody's Adrian Peterson. Not everybody's Adrian Peterson.
And even how many Super Bowls did Adrian Peterson win? How many Super Bowls? What was the other guy you named?
Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, right now.
0.
How many did he win?
None.
Okay, that's my point. You gotta put your money at the prime positions, and that's what I like about Joe Schoen. And back to what Mara was stating, I mean, it makes 100%. You can't fire Joe Schoen for a couple reasons. One, he did not want Daniel Jones. That wasn't his guy. That was a Mara move. We were forced upon to get. He was trying to force us to sign Saquon Barkley. So I'm going to give Joe Schoen this. Thank you for standing up to Mr. Mara and not overpaying Saquon Barkley for what? for another year or two? Well, we could take that. What we need another corner. We need other guys. Guys, for the first time in a while, we have an opportunity to trade a position, which is Aziz Ojolari, of depth. Think about it. We got a prime. We got a pass rusher that we may could get something for. I don't want to trade Ojolari, but we're not going to be
I
able
do
to.
not want to trade Ojolari.
We're not going to be able to sign him.
I do not want to trade Ojolari.
But this is.
But we got to resign him, so he's not going to get paid.
Listen, Ojolari's out of here. He's not coming back. That guy's gonna get. He can get to the quarterback if he could stay healthy. He's worth 15 to 20 million. He gets to his rookie year. He got 8.5 sacks. The guy wreaks havoc. You know what I'm saying? If we're able to sign him back, God bless him. I doubt it. But Joe Schoen and Brian Dabol, and I totally agree with Mara of not getting rid of them. Listen, Drew Phillips, going to get Brian Burns, drafting Thibodeau, going out and getting our middle linebacker. What's his name? Akurike. Well, I think that's his name. Guys,
Akurike, Coughlin. I mean,
no, Coughlin was drafted by
linebacker.
Yeah,
Another linebacker that we got.
Mika McFadden. Yeah, I mean, listen,
McFadden.
We went from being rated the number 32 roster to people actually valuing our draft board, which has now improved our roster. And now people's narrative is saying, well, we're one player away. And the position is this quarterback. So, listen, to me, I get it, the whole Saquon thing, how people going crazy, whatever. But at the end of the day, you can't overvalue that position, in my opinion. It's just it's too much wear and tear on that position, man. You gotta have. I mean, listen. I think we were the first team to really do the dual back sets with even triple. We had Ward at one time. It was Ward, Jacobs,
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, and we had
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I get the whole Saquon thing, bro, but running backs, they just get hurt, man. And it's just one of them things where I don't think you should overpay. I mean, it's a luxury to have Derrick Henry. Don't get it twisted. Like, that guy, he got more rushing yards than I think they said like 14 teams in the league this year. Which
he has a real chance of getting to 2,000 this year. He's already at almost 900.
Yeah.
900 already?
Yeah.
He's already at almost 900. And he's got big runs. Like he had one for 70. He got one for 86 last week or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's good. One of those runs a game, like the 70, 80 yards.
It's crazy what he's doing. And for Jerry Jones to be like, oh, I didn't value
he's
Derrick Henry. I thought he was too old. Like, put your foot in your mouth, bro. Like, you are dumb.
Listen, I think they paid Derrick Henry like $9 million, something like that, or $8 or $9 million. I mean, they were trying to. I mean, listen, I think there's instances where maybe you do sign that player, but you don't sign it for long term. And I think he's feeling the same way. Listen, remember, he paid Zeke, I think, at one point $15 million. And Zeke's wheels started to fall off. I listen, the NFL is such a weird place.
It is.
So if you can find stability like what Mike Tomlin's doing in Pittsburgh, you got to keep going. And I think back to the Mariners' point of going and switching regimes now, I don't agree with it. I don't think Dabol's a bad coach. I like Joe Schoen. I like what he's doing. I'm glad that he went up there finally and gave them a vote of confidence, but he didn't give a vote of confidence for Daniel Jones.
And that's what's hurt. I think that's what's hurting us. Like that, like you said, the draft was good. Besides last week, every aspect of our game, special teams, defense, offensive line, was doing their part.
Yeah.
The person that wasn't doing their part was the quarterback, and that was the one player that Mara didn't want to get rid of.
Yeah.
It's like the last 6 years we have not had excuse me any stability. We went from Coughlin to Shermer, 2 years later to
Joe Judge
to Coughlin to Shermer
to Joe Judge.
to Joe Judge. Oh my God, what a fucking nightmare! Like every 2 years we've been changing coaches. So this right here, like this is the 2 year mark for Dabo and Shane.
It's three.
This right here gives us the stability of like we're gonna move forward. Like sometimes you gotta just let people do their job.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
let them do the job you hired them for.
I mean, you got to look at it too. Like, you know, when you come into a situation, you hire somebody to cook the dinner, right? And I think Bill Parcells said it best. You got to let them shop for the groceries. You got to let them do it. You can't allow them to walk into a situation where, you know, you're like, hey, well, this is the guy I want to be here. Especially if they don't really believe in that individual. And it's obvious that they don't believe in Daniel Jones, but they did the best that they can with him. But it's time to, you know, to move on. You in business, you can't get emotionally attached. And I think Mara likes the guy. I think a lot of people like him on a personal level. Daniel Jones works hard. They want him to do well. But this is just not the situation for him. And I think in that regard, you have to give Joe Schoen more time because outside of what he inherited, he's done a pretty good job. He's made good moves. Even moving on from Wink and hiring Shane Bowen has proved to be a positive thing. The moves he's listen, he did draft Evan Neal. We get it. Wow, I don't know what the hell that is, but at the end of the day, you've improved the line. We're top. I guess we were top 15 offensive lines until this recent week. Andrew Thomas went down. You were able to sign back Dexter Lawrence. You signed back Andrew Thomas. You added to the line, and just looking from the outside looking in, it looks like we're a quarterback away from maybe turning this thing around. And I don't want
to. How bad is Evan Neal? How bad is Evan Neal that we could not see him last week at all? As bad as Izudu was, how bad is Evan Neal?
If you watch last year's play, you know why when I'm on the field.
No, I mean, in regards to Neal, yeah, that was a big bust of a draft pick. But like to me, I think it's past football with him. I think it's more urgency. I think he was late on getting a surgery, and then it just I don't think he fits. I think we judged prematurely on him. I think talent-wise, he's a talent, but I think we just misjudged him, and you got to move on. That's it. And Joe Schoen has moved on. He's like, look, yep. I remember when we had what's that big doofy? Eric Flowers.
Oh.
We kept
Eric Flowers, Eric Flowers.
Yeah, we kept forcing the play, and he just stunk. And it was just like, dude, like it comes a time where you just got to take your loss, and that's it, man. And I think the Giants could have easily just said, you know what, we're going to force this and force this guy to get in the lineup, but they just went out smoothly, got a Luminor, got Van Rotten, got and just started moving. And listen, it's kind of telling where they had to go sign DJ Humphries and not even give Evan Neal a shot at left tackle, which is crazy. Izudu stinks. We all know that. He can't play left tackle. They went out and got Humphries. But the fact that Evan Neal is not even getting the opportunity kind of tells you what the coaching staff feels about him. They don't believe in him. He's a 7th pick in the draft, guys. Let's think about this. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option. He's a 7th pick in the draft.
That's crazy.
This guy's supposed to be a starter from day one. So I gotta commend Joe Schoen for just moving on from him. And I wouldn't even have put him as a backup. Like he's not even a legit backup. Like,
dude,
period.
Last year, I remember when he was getting Daniel Jones killed. Somebody said it was like, I'm convinced that I'm convinced that Daniel Jones is sleeping with Evan Neal's wife. The way he gets this guy killed.
Yeah.
It was like every snap, and he got him hurt. Daniel Jones got hurt.
Yeah.
No, but that's not. Yeah. No,
that's the thing. Like at this point, we got no Andrew Thomas. The line is struggling. I mean, at this when is it time to pull Jones? Because we all know that contract is guaranteed if he gets hurt.
Well, before we jump to that, let's finish up with we're saying. You all agree that Dable and Shane should be safe at least another year, right?
Absolutely. They need to let him bring his own quarterback in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let Dabo bring his own quarterback in, draft his own guy, and then we work with that. Let him work.
That's actually a perfect segue to what I'm gonna go on. But before we go into the segue, listen, guys, the offensive line has played really well the entire year. Okay. Yes, Andrew Thomas went down, who's arguably top 5 left tackles in the league, and we look like shit. But we always look like shit against the Eagles. So I'm gonna put that to the fact that we play the Eagles for this week, and I think the offensive line is gonna play better. But on that, how happened?
I'm gonna put that fact that we play at home. We just can't win at home. We play like shit at home all the time.
Yeah, I mean, no, we just stink against the Eagles. I don't remember the last time we played well against the Eagles. I mean, without Jalen Hurts. I think it was one game. But segueing to what Josh was just talking about, in regards to the quarterback, there's been rumors going around, right? And it's, I thought it was BS when I first heard it, and it was about Matthew Stafford possibly being available for trade, because it seems like the Rams are trying to move forward. And you said something earlier, like, oh, they're starting to win now, whatever. He's 36, 37 years old. They're trying to trade Cooper Kupp for a second-round pick. You move Kupp, you're kind of going to – Aaron Donald had just retired. It might seem that McVay is really trying to go young, so he might be available. What do you think about Matthew Stafford possibly joining – possibly being available? I mean, guys, again, we don't know if it's true or not. What do you think about Matthew Stafford being available?
Well, first, I mean, they're competitive now. You could that offense, when he got 2 of his weapons back, you could tell was way different. It was much, much better. So it depends. I think if he does become available and they're competitive, it's going to be at the end of the season. It's not going to be by trade deadline. It'll be competitive. It makes no sense to do it. Would I love to get Stafford? Absolutely. In a heartbeat, right? Like you said, me and you will go down, pack that DJ stuff, and hey, get the hell out. We'll do it for free.
Well, what do you think, Josh?
Yo, I think Matthew Stafford is exactly what we need here. He's a winner. He's a competitor. He's not going to give up. He is exactly what we need here. And he's not afraid to groom the next guy. He's going to teach the next guy.
Yo, Jesus Christ.
No Diddy. Sorry.
I think there's 2 things in play here.
Nothing.
Okay. I agree with Carlos 1,000% in regards to I don't think that the Rams really believe they're gonna be competitive. I don't like Big Vay's job is to win a Super Bowl. It's not to he's already won a Super Bowl. It's not to be average. And I think he believes it's time to make the trade. I do agree with Carlos in the sense where I think it would be at the end of the season. Now, I think there's 2 things in play at this point. The Giants record, okay? There's a lot of teams out there right now that need a quarterback. If you look at the rosters, the bottom teams right now, the Cleveland Browns, quarterback. The Raiders are going to need a quarterback. The Titans are going to need a quarterback. It's going to be real busy at the top. And to me, there's a couple of quarterbacks that are worth taking a fly on. One of them, who I love, is Cam Ward. But will Cam Ward be available? So it all depends on how bad we stink the rest of the year. Yeah. How bad can Daniel Jones play and lead us to a bad record to where we get an opportunity to get a play? If we get a top 3 pick, we possibly can get Cam Ward, and I think that's where it's going to be determined. Because I would love to get Matthew Stafford, but if I have the opportunity to get Cam Ward, forget Matthew Stafford. I'm going right for Ward. I'm not even thinking about Matthew Stafford at this point. So to me, it's going to be based on how we finish the rest of the year. It doesn't look good, and I think our schedule is pretty tough. So if we
top
5,
right now we got the 9th pick. Now we got the 9th pick. And if you just look at the top 5, New England, Carolina, Cleveland, Tennessee, the Jets. The Jets.
They might blow that shit up at the end of the year.
Jets. New Orleans, Jacksonville,
New Orleans might need one.
Las Vegas, and then us, then Giants. So 9th.
From the beginning. So you got.
So you see, New England, they just drafted Drake May last year. they're not gonna go quarterback.
Now Cleveland definitely.
Carolina,
Carolina's going quarterback, I believe.
Number 3, Cleveland, definitely going quarterback.
Oh.
Number 4, Tennessee, they got Will Levis. They definitely going quarterback.
I think they're going quarterback.
Absolutely.
The Jets, they're gonna go quarterback because
Possibly.
they don't know how long Aaron
It all
Rodgers is going to
depends. No, it all depends if GM/coach Aaron Rodgers said so. And I don't think he's going to allow that. If he's still on the team, they're not going quarterback. We keep going.
I mean, they should, but
that would be the smart move, yo. Dude is 42 years old.
he was playing 2 more years tops.
They signed Tyron Smith to play left tackle, and he's 75. I don't know how smart.
I mean,
Number 6, New Orleans.
They probably go quarterback.
They probably go quarterback too. They got Derek Carr, a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
He could sit behind the guy.
And you've already named 4 teams that could possibly go quarterback. So we have to fall within.
There's only really 4 guys that they talking about. We got Cam Ward, Carson Beck, Ewers, and Shador Sanders.
There's another guy out there. I'll tell you this right now, and this is just me. I love Cam Ward. I watched Beck. I wasn't really impressed by Beck when I watched him against. I think it was against Texas. It was against Texas.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't really impressed by it. The defense was really good, whatever. But he wasn't someone that I was just like, blown away. But I love Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward is that guy. If you're able to land Cam Ward or something like that, I mean, it depends. Joe Shane might love somebody else, but I think it's going to be between Shador and Cam Ward. And I really, really like Cam Ward if I had to make my choice.
I do not want Shador in New York.
Listen, I want to win, so it doesn't matter to me. But what I'm saying is if we don't get within the first 4 picks, then it might make sense to go out and get a Matthew Stafford because it's going to be tough to land it. I mean, and then giving up all that capital, I don't know. So I think that's what's going to be in play in regards to Matthew Stafford coming here, where we place. You know what I mean? In the standings, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, listen, what do you guys feel?
I mean, the ideal dream for me, like, get Matthew Stafford anyway, and then still see if you get a quarterback. And if you can't, you still got Matthew Stafford. You're not under pressure to get a quarterback this year or next year.
See, I'm not a believer in getting a quarterback just to get a quarterback. I just don't. If it's not the guy that you want,
good quality quarterback that's going to produce.
No, I get that, but sometimes you might be like, hey, you know what, this guy could turn into something. If you're not in love with that prospect,
maybe a developmental guy. Look at Dak. Dak went in the 4th round.
He started the first year. He wasn't developmental. That was like they fucking hit the lotto. He wasn't a development. Like
because what's his name got hurt. That's why he got.
I mean, yeah, but he was killing in the preseason. Like I look at it like this, and this is just being 1,000% honest. I don't want one of those projects for the next 4 years. I don't want that. Don't draft somebody because you believe in 3 years he'll be great. I don't want to see that. If you're not, I mean, let me take that back. Don't draft a quarterback for the sake of drafting a quarterback. Make sure that, and if it is a developmental pick, make sure that you love this quarterback. Yeah. Make sure that you believe that this guy is that guy. When Josh Allen was drafted, people were like, oh, he's a project. He has possibility of being great. Don't draft a quarterback just because. I'd rather, if we got the opportunity to get Stafford and maybe the guy slips to us that we really like, get him. But don't draft a quarterback because then you're stuck in the same cycle. When Stafford is done, now you're stuck with this guy. And if he stinks, he's not the guy. You're stuck with him another 4 years or however long it's going to take. So,
yeah. That obviously, yes, you're gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Let's just say we trade for Stafford and we got a first-round corner talent on the other side. Do I really want to take a quarterback that I don't believe in, or I'm going to take the player? So that's kind of where I'm at.
You're going to take the best player available.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. I don't want the Giants to draft a quarterback for the sake of drafting a quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't want them to reach. Don't reach for a quarterback. Like
quarterback. That's why I say you're not under pressure to take a quarterback. But if it's like you said, if it's the person that you're in love with and you really believe, then go for him. But if you don't, at least you still have a quarterback that's going to produce it, and maybe next year you'll get the guy that you love. Make sure if you're going to go for that position, you got it. Love.
And that's why I'm kind of like that's the situation where I think we're gonna know what we're gonna do with quarterback once we know our standings at the end. Once we know if we're a top 5 pick, because then you can start determining what it's gonna take to move up. So if we're moving up from, let's say, 8 to 2, we know we're gonna have to give up a lot more than if we were at number 5 or number 4. So I think, and again, and the fact that there's a lot of teams possibly vying for the same player. Because there's so many teams looking for that position, the price may go up to the point where it's like it's not even worth it at this point. So I think that may be a situation where Matthew Stafford might be the better move. But again, if the Stafford trade, if it does happen, it's still a possibility we take a quarterback just to groom him. You're right. It might be another 2 years because Stafford's probably going to play 1 or 2 years. I would love that situation as well.
We're going to be competing for, because like you said, there's other teams that need quarterbacks. When do you think if Stafford's available, all those other teams that need quarterbacks are not going to get Stafford also? We're going to be all types of quarterbacks. Draft quarterbacks, maybe Stafford.
I think Stafford's going to be available. I think Sam Darnold's going to be available. These are guys that are going to be bridge quarterback. And it's crazy that Sam Darnold's a bridge quarterback and he's 28 years old, which is absolutely insane.
Very young.
that's one.
But he's
balling
though. He's playing well. He's playing well. But I mean, listen, the trade deadline's coming. We're gonna hear a bunch of stuff. We're hearing a lot of stuff about Azeez Ojulari. I don't think the Giants are gonna end up trading Slayton. I think there's too many really good receivers available at this point. But I think people are eyeing Azeez Ojulari. What do you guys think about that?
I gotta say, Azeez Ojulari on the Jets would be a big upgrade.
That'll never happen. It won't happen.
But it'll never happen.
It's not gonna happen. They got Hassan Reddick. They got what's his name? McDonald. It's not gonna happen. The Jets are pretty much out of trading anybody at this point, or for anyone. Right?
Go Detroit. Come give us a third rounder for Azeez.
I don't want a third rounder for I want more than that. I at least want a second rounder for Azeez. I'm not gonna Azeez. The problem with Azeez, and you're probably right, probably be a third and up, but I wouldn't let him go. I'd rather take the chance of trying to re-sign him. I mean, the guy can really get to the quarterback. Like he is, his rookie year, 8.5 sacks. A second round pick going and have 8.5 sacks. If healthy, he can really bring. That's why I would love to be able to re-sign him. If we can re-sign Azeez and still have Burns and the Sexy Dexy and Kayvon Thibodeau. I was talking to
we can have that. We could relive that NASCAR package from 2007.
What? I mean, dog, like I don't think people understand. Listen, we lead the league in sacks this year. I was talking to Gerald McCoy recently, and he was like, "You guys line all 4 of those guys up all the time. It's impossible, bro. Like Dexter Lawrence is walking into sacks because they got to move up in the pocket. Like it's such a great thing to the position to be in. I would love to be able to sign Azeez. If Azeez, we could get him for $15 million for a couple years. I would definitely pull the trigger on that. You know what I mean? Draft a corner.
We're not like all of this offensive line and Daniel Jones troubles and losing. We are witnessing one of the best years for a defensive tackle that we've ever seen.
Oh yeah, he's on pace to have 22 sacks. Which is
and we're wasting that because we're losing. If we was 5-1 or 4-2 right now, we'd be talking about Dexter Lawrence as defensive player of the year.
He still might get it, but this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to lose Ojulari, man. I hope that he takes a team-friendly deal, but I do believe he's probably the most likely target to be moved, and I hope it doesn't happen. I really hope we can figure that out and bring Ojulari, because I think that chemistry is going to continue to build. If we land, let's say we keep him, we go out and land Stafford, and we're able to draft our guy. Let's say we're able to draft Cam Ward, and we have Stafford starting, Ward learning off of Stafford. We draft a corner in the second round, possibly. Bro, we're in the hunt. We're in the hunt for a Super Bowl at that point. I mean, I don't want to say the big SB word, but I think that's a possibility. But losing Ojolari, I can't hear you.
I said we'll be a lot more competitive at least.
I'm more competitive, dude. We're a playoff team with Matthew Stafford.
With this roster, we're a playoff team, and we are contenders with Stafford.
You got to
Look
remember
what he did yesterday. They were 1-5. What they were 2 and they look like they couldn't score anything. And then he gets his weapons back, and boom, look at us.
No, I mean he has a really good running. Listen. We have a good running game. We either Singletary or Tyron Tracy. We have a number one target in Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors is probably has a higher ceiling than I can't say this fucking guy's name. Puka, whatever his name is.
Puka Nacua.
You guys got to change the names when they get in the league. And Cooper Kupp is 75. I mean, we pick up. We still got Wan'Dale Robinson. Darius Slayton's still there. I mean, whatever. I gotta get the hell off. But yeah, I mean, but I think that's the wave right there. I think we're not far off, and I mean, Stafford would definitely make us extremely competitive right out the gate. But on that note, I gotta damnly sign off, guys. I gotta get out of here, but we'll be back. Hopefully, we can do a recap show next week, Tuesday. We could do 2 shows, Tuesday and Friday, a preview. You know what I mean? We can make a quick preview. We play the Steelers on Monday. We're probably gonna fucking lose. That's my prediction.
Quick prediction for the Steelers. I got 31-7 Steelers in a route.
No way. What do you think?
24-13 Steelers.
44-13.
I can see that. I think it's gonna be like more of a low scoring game. I think we put up 6 points and they put up 19-6 Pittsburgh. On that note, we gotta get out of here. My son woke up. Mahalo to guys.
Yo, Yankees in 7 in a classic.
That's my.
Let's go Dodgers.
Yankees in 7 classic.
Let's go Dodgers.